So my name is Artem Nikishenko. I'm a chief software architect at Timber Commerce. And Timber Commerce builds retail management systems. So it's basically one system that could manage all operations of the retailer, starting from brick and mortar, point of sale, everything happens in the store, and then going to the cloud to the order management, e-commerce management, price management, promotions, everything, analytics, replenishment, etc. So we focus on large to enterprise clients. We started from a proprietary data center when everything was like monolithic application. We only had a very small footprint in Google, where we use Google App Engine for gift cards and other services, which we want to be sure is scalable, according to the usage, especially during the Black Friday, which is the most important part for us. But then over those 9 years, we completely migrated to the cloud-first architecture. So our computers running on Kubernetes. We use BigQuery for analytics a lot. We use Looker and everything around it. And yes, DoiT was helpful over these years to help us with this migration, to advise us, to sometimes just to be a second person to talk to. Like we had to migrate to Kubernetes since the very beginning, because we just signed our biggest account at this point. And we were very clear that with current architecture, we had no chances to cover their performance requirements. And we realized we need to go to Kubernetes, which was completely new to us. And it was pretty early, days for Google to, maybe not internally, but externally, everything was fresh and new. There was not much experience. So at minimum, we need somebody else to talk to share ideas and say, okay, is this the right way, wrong way? What do you think about that? And that's where DoiT was very helpful. Also, financial team was very happy with analytics around cost. They prefer to slice and dice it in different directions. Sometimes we get an email from DoiT, hey, this project start to consume more, right? And sometimes it could be just a mistake in the code. In this case, it just goes directly to the development team, SRE teams that research with the problem. Sometimes we discover there is some issue, Sometimes it's a business problem. As I said, we've just started to discover that a lot of our clients start to use BigQuery a lot, much more than we expected. So our billing went up, but our billing to the customers didn't change. So we had to restructure agreements with them to charge them differently and make it transparent, etc. Do a test. Hey, it looks like you're spending a lot here. Maybe we could launch a project to connect closer with the team and work together to see what we could optimize, what we could get there.